What's up, guys? HellaBass here, and today we're getting ready to go to Alabama and go to Pickwick. So the boat's in a little bit of a shambles. We got some tackle, more tackle coming today. Trying to get the boat ready, trying to get the rig ready. So this is kind of a prep video. Might take the boat to the lake this afternoon, do a little bit of fishing, get some stuff worked out on the boat. I replaced some transducers. I want to make sure everything's working really right for this big tournament on Pickwick, the Bass Nation Nationals. But I want to show you real quick. Got a new addition to the channel and I want to share it with you. So let's take a peek in a second. All right, guys, before we get into the new addition, I just want to pay proper homage back to Big Blue, the Trailblazer, the 2008 Chevy Trailblazer. It's got almost 200,000 miles on it. And to be honest, this thing has been an amazing tow vehicle for me with my 19-foot BassCat Pantera. It's done everything I've asked of it. It's gotten me everywhere I needed to go. It never left me in a lurch. And but this trip to Alabama, I'm a little concerned. I don't know if she's got one more trip to Alabama in her, so we may have made a quick upgrade. But I've camped in this thing, I've slept in this thing, I've towed my boat, I've made memories, we've cashed checks, we've done all kinds of great things in this vehicle. And so, proper send-off. One last thanks to the old Blue, the Trailblazer, and I'm probably going to put it on Craigslist. So when I get around to listing it, maybe in a week or two, I'll put a link down. So if everybody wants a really reliable, used Trailblazer for towing around a fishing boat, I'm going to be putting it up for sale. So there you go. Now let's check out the new ride. Well, you guys finally ready to take a look? All right, before we get too far deep into this, I'm actually going to hook up the boat. We'll take it to the lake. We'll look at it all together. All right, here we're at the ramp, maiden voyage with the new Tahoe. Well, not new, but new to me. And so a few years newer, and we cut a bunch of miles off our SUV. So I'm not a big truck guy. I like the SUV. You've kind of see how I've camped in the past using the back of the SUV to sleep in. So let's take a look. So pretty well decked out, leather seats, heated, all the nice amenities of a nice Tahoe. A nice light color interiors, doesn't get super hot. Went with the bucket seat version. Felt it worked better for what I wanted to do for hauling gear and camping. DVD player for the kids. All right, so probably end up taking these third row seats out most of the time, folding things down, fishing equipment, put my bed, my coolers, all my fishing gear back here, and this will be my home away from home on fishing trips when I'm camping. So we're all hooked up. I'm pretty excited to show you my new ride, and this is going to get us to Pickwick. So hopefully the journey's good. And now it's time to take this out, see if we can't get a fall bite before we head to Pickwick. So let's see. All in all, I'm pretty stoked. This is kind of what I wanted to get. Wanted to buy the Trailblazer years ago. Ended up settling, and now I'm finally upgrading. So, and I feel like a pretty good look. It matches the cat a little better than that dark blue. So feeling good, looking good, hopefully fishing good. All right, November 2nd, election day. Showed you the truck, then did a few things to the boat. Want to make sure everything's working great before we head down to Pickwick. 14-hour drive ahead of us in a couple days. Want to make sure everything's doing great, everything's working, the electronics, the trolling motor, the live wells, all that stuff, and maybe we'll even catch one. All right, we've been out goofing around, water temps in the low 40s. Finally got a bite on a jig. It's a gravel lizard, a little Walter. It's good to get a bite. Would like to have a bass. Get this guy back in the water. What an amazing evening though, like t-shirts, shorts. I just put this hoodie on a minute ago. It was like high 60s, low 70s. Early November, you really can't beat that. So still glad I got the boat out, and now it's time to focus on Pickwick. All right, fish for a few hours. Sun's going down pretty quick. Just that one bite from that Walter. Kind of focused on just dragging a jig. I tried a few other things. Mainly looking at 8, 10, 12, 15, 16 feet, fishing grass, near hard spots. But but no luck, just that one walleye. So I don't know, about ready to call it a night and might go play with some of that new tackle I ordered. All right, guys, back in the bait garage and the boat, got it put away. I just want to show you guys, I know a lot of you guys watch the Baitman stream. I'll put a link in the cards if you missed that, where he helped me pick out a bunch of stuff for this trip to Guntersville. So I just want to show you pretty quickly the stuff I bought, what I ended up putting in my cart, and what I ended up ordering for this trip to Pickwick. So this isn't going to be any fancy, cool bait unboxing video, but I want to kind of quickly rifle through this stuff and show you what we picked out. So first off, for the Baitman, I grabbed a couple of these Swank 77 6 cents crankbaits. I went with Shadburst. I thought that would be a good general color that might work in Minnesota. Might be good down there. So anxious to try these around the grass a little bit down there. So I might try to get some of the Strike King versions as well, and maybe do a 1v1 video if I can get my hands on them. So that's the first thing. From Omnia Fishing, exclusive, I grabbed a bunch of these Bassman spinnerbaits from Australia. I've heard good things. I've heard they're really robust, they're strong, they hold up. So if I'm throwing and catching big largies and spots and smallies in the current in Pickwick, I don't want a spinnerbait that's going to break on me. So these look like pretty good baits. I haven't fished them yet. Check them out at omniafishing.com. All right, now let's dig into the big box here. We've got a couple more spinnerbaits from War Eagle. Some of their Screaming Eagles and some shad colors and double willow for the current. A couple more of those. Let's see here. I bought a handful of True Bass swim baits to go with the ones I already got in both 4.5 inch and the 5.5 inch. Sexy Rexy, Citron. I had a bunch of shad colors already I'll be taking with me. So I wanted to get a few of the brighter colors in case the color's dirty or the smallies are keying on that. So a fair amount of more swim baits, stocking up on those. So actually quite a few of those. We won't open all those. We don't want to make me look like a bunch of a bait hoarder. To go with those, what else do we get here? Got some Dobbins swim bait heads in 3/8 ounce and 1/2 ounce to go with those swim baits. I also got some of the True Lock swim bait heads. Got several packs of these in a few different sizes, 1/2 ounce, 3/4. So, because I definitely think in the current and the rocks and boulders, I'm going to go through a few swim baits and go through a few heads if that's the bite. I grabbed a whole bunch of replacement trebles, short sinks, round bends, EWGs. Kind of depending on what I do, I figure I'm going to be throwing a fair amount of topwaters and a fair amount of crankbaits down there. So I want to have a lot of replacement trebles to swap out on my baits for tournament day. I got some spot sticker swim baits as well, or spinner baits as well. Try those out and kind of this blue glimmer. They got a nice back weight, so I feel like these will come through the current really well and get down. Let's see, what else do we get here? So we got a few more swim baits, more heads, different weights, lots more treble hooks, more spinner baits, more treble hooks, more swim bait heads. Yeah, so a lot more redundancy of a few things, right? Here's a couple new things that we haven't shown you. I got a couple of these per the Baitman's recommendation. He thought that this KVD flat side 1.5 and Sexy Green Shad would be a really good bait down there for that mid-depth cranking. So not too expensive. Picked up a couple of those. Along the same lines, I guess there's one more of those KVDs. I picked up a handful of these C10 Clouds in Jink Juice and Lavender Citrus. Good looking color baits, that mid-depth cranking. And then we got more swim baits. So in general, spinner baits, swim bait heads, a few crankbaits, a bunch of swim bait heads, and I had a lot of tackle on my boat already. So as far as jigs and topwaters, square bills and things like that, I was pretty well set. So this is kind of the stuff I stocked up on for Pickwick, and now it's just time to load the truck that you saw earlier and get this show on the road. So probably the next video you're going to see is going to be a practice video from Pickwick or a travel vlog. So remember, guys, like, subscribe, comment, and make sure if you want to learn to catch more bass and suck less, check check out one of these other videos that are in the cards right here.